And she said, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
Aww.
And then she said, now girls, when you go to the store, I want you to buy some fruit, some vegetables, some meat, some bread, and some cheese. And being a good girl, she said, yes, mother.
Yes, Mother.
I'll do whatever you want.
I'll do whatever you want.
And then she came to the naughty girl and she said, I want you to buy some fruit, some vegetables, some meat, some bread, and some cheese. And being a naughty girl, she put her hands on her hips. She stomped her feet. She shook her head. She shook her hand. She rolled her neck. And she said, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
Aww.
And then she said, now girls, there's one last thing that I want you to remember to buy, and that is some alligator food. Some food that you would feed to an alligator. And being a good girl, she said, yes, mother.
Yes, Mother.
I'll do whatever you want.
I'll do whatever you want.
And then she came to the naughty girl and she said, I want you to buy some alligator food, some food that you would feed to the alligators. And being a naughty girl, she put her hands on her hips, she stomped her feet, she shook her head, she shook her hand, she rolled her neck, and she said, I don't want to do
I
that.
don't want to do that.
Aww. Aww.
And she said, girls, I want you to remember, alligators don't like candy. Can you all say that?
Alligators don't like candy.
Again.
Alligators don't like candy.
Quietly.
Alligators don't like candy.
Okay, so then they went to the store. Okay, so follow me here, girls, naughty girl. Okay. So they went and they bought some what? Some bread, and then what else? Some orange juice. And what else did they get? Some potatoes, and what else? Hot dogs, right? Hot dogs. What else? Popcorn. Barbecue. Somebody said. Cheese. Applesauce. Okay. All right. That's it. Now I want you to stand right here and face that way. Stand next to each other. I want you to stand right here, and you stand right there. So then they were on their way home, but they came to a part in the forest where there was a stream, and it hadn't been there before. And so they were looking at this water, and they put their hands on their chins like this, and they were trying to figure out, how are we going to get across this stream? Well, then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, could you come here? Came an alligator. And the alligator said, hey girls, I know how you can get across the stream.
I know how you can get across the stream.
I will lay down in the water.
I will lay down in the water.
And you can walk across my back.
And you can walk across my back.
To get to the other side.
To get to the other side.
And then the alligator laid down in the water. So then, the good girl got ready to walk across the alligator's back, but as soon as she took a step, the alligator opened his mouth and he snapped at her.
Oh.
And she jumped back. And then she remembered her mother told her to buy what?
Alligator food.
Alligator food. So she reached in her bag and got the alligator food. She put the alligator food in the alligator's mouth. The alligator bit down on the alligator food, and he said, that's good.
That's good.
And then when his mouth was shut, she was able to walk across his back and get to the other side. Let's give her a big hand. All right. Now, the naughty girl. Did she buy the alligator food?
No.
What did she buy?
Candy.
And what did her mother tell her?
Not to buy candy.
Alligators don't like candy. So she reached in her bag and got some Skittles. And she put the Skittles in the alligator's mouth, and the alligator bit down on it, and then he spit it out. Well, I mean, like he really spit it out. Well, I mean, like you could hear him spit it out. And then the alligator got so mad that he started to growl. I mean, like he really started to growl. And the girl got scared and she said, please, Mr. Alligator, don't bite me, don't bite me.
Please, Mr. Alligator, don't bite me, don't bite me.
Aww.
But the alligator wouldn't listen. And the alligator then stood up on his hind legs, which was an amazing thing, but he was glad he did it. And he took a giant step forward, and he growled really loud. And the girl got so scared that she turned around, and she put her hands over her eyes. You promise not to look. And she said, "Please, Mr. Alligator, don't eat me, don't eat me."
Please, Mr. Alligator, don't eat me, don't eat me.
Aww.
But the alligator wouldn't listen. And when an alligator gets ready to eat you, he gets really quiet. Don't cry. He gets really quiet, and he sneaks up on you. Okay, keep your eyes closed. And so the alligator got very quiet and started to sneak up on her and snuck up really close, and he opened his big alligator mouth, and just as he was getting ready to bite her, the girl turned around and saw that the alligator had turned into her mother. And then her mother put her hands on her hips. She stomped her feet. She shook her head. She shook her hand. She rolled her neck. And she said, "Next time, young lady,
Next time,
it'll be a real alligator.
it'll be a real alligator.
So have some respect
Have some respect.
and listen to your parents."
Listen to your parents.
And she was a good girl from then on.